Welcome to Stories and Tales. The title of today's stories is Tortoise and the Famine. Once upon a time in the animal kingdom, there was a great famine and all the animals were going through hard times and hunger. There was no food or water anywhere. It was long ago before some animals began eating other animals. All the animals fed on bushes and grasses and drank water from the stream. Tortoise was the king of the jungle, not for his strength, but for his wit and problem-solving skill. He then called a meeting of all the stakeholders to discuss the way forward in order to save themselves from the famine. At the meeting, the sheep suggested that they paid a visit to the heavens to inquire why there was no rain. This seemed like a good idea, and so a delegate of birds were sent to inquire from the heavens as to why there was no rain. When the birds got to the heavens, they were informed that the famine was to last a while. No definite date was given, but the animals were instructed to trust and not take any hasty decisions, for they would not die if they can endure a while. The birds came back and delivered the information to the king. Tortoise thought for a while. There was no definite date for the famine to end. He then called another meeting to discuss the way forward. At the meeting, they were informed about what the heavens had told the birds. The animals grumbled and wondered what kind of answer they had been given. They could not wait for the heavens, for obviously they didn't care about their survival. Lion spoke up. "We cannot wait for the heavens to decide to send rain. We must do something or we will perish with our young ones." "Yes," mumbled some other animals. The dove spoke up. "What if it is a little test, and when we pass it, we would always have food and water for ourselves and our young ones?" "No," shouted the elephant. "We cannot trust the heavens. We must look for help from somewhere else." The rabbit raised his hands to speak and shared how during his travels he had learnt about a cave with a fountain that never dried, somewhere far away in the east. But it was dangerous to get to the fountain as it was guarded by a scary creature with sharp teeth and fangs, and who had no issue feeding on other animals. But the creature had powers that could solve any problem on earth. The other animals were appalled at the thought of feeding on another animal. Tortoise thought long and hard. Was it worth the risks in order to get water for the animals? There must be a catch, Tortoise reasoned. It may seem like getting water, but what about the consequence of getting water from this evil creature? Shouldn't we rather wait and pray the heavens for aid? "No," the lion shouted. "Our cubs are weak and dying. If there is a way to stop this, then I am willing to risk it. The heavens have chosen to ignore us at a time of need like this." "Yes," mumbled other animals. Seeing that the animals were determined for a quick solution, Tortoise gave in to their demands and decided to form a team for the purpose. "Who will go and get water for us?" The lion volunteered. "I am strong and resilient. I would like to go." The hare spoke. "I am sharp and fast. I would like to put my skill in your service." The giraffe said, "I am tall and I can see a way far ahead. I most definitely want to be part of this." So Tortoise the king sent the lion, the hare, the giraffe, and his special friend Monkey because he was clever and smart. The four animals set out on their journey, and after a long and perilous journey, they got to the cave. The creature laughed and mocked at them as they approached. He sneered. "What kind of team is that?" "These are all your food," he said to the lion. "Huh?" The giraffe and monkey looked at each other. "No," the lion spoke up. "We are king's animals from the same village, and we have come here for your help to get water for our land." "Ha ha ha!" the creature sneered. "I do not help weak, pure animals like yourself. I am a creature of corruption, and I only corrupt. Ha 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 ha!" "Please help us," the hare said. "We do not want our village to perish." The creature agreed to give them a shell of water, and he told them that the water would be enough for everyone. They just had to believe and not get greedy. For if they got greedy, then the water would turn to something bitter and unleash a great devastation upon them. The animals agreed, and the water was given to them in a shell. They began to head home. They made little conversation as each was lost in thought as to how the little water would be enough for the whole village. The lion thought about his cubs and was afraid they would die without the water. The monkey thought about her children too, but she was willing to take a chance for the greater good. They brought back the water to the village and informed Tortoise about all the creature had told them, that they were to keep the water in the shell outside the village for 3 days without touching it. Then it will multiply and feed them all, also watering the land. But if anyone drank the water before then a great devastation would come upon them and their kingdom would be destroyed. Tortoise was perplexed at such great threat. All the animals looked at the water longingly. Oh, what relief a little water would bring for them. The water was kept in the open since it was a test of trust and kinship. At night, the lion decided to take a sip for himself and his family, and so did some other animals. They wondered what will happen if the water gets finished by the others. Even Tortoise the king took a little sip, for he was thirsty. On the 3rd day, the creature arrived and mocked the animals. He mocked how they had lived together in peace and harmony, and mocked them that a great devastation would soon befall them since they couldn't trust each other. Just then, the lion developed an undue taste for blood, and he pounced on a rabbit near him. So did some other animals. Their little village had turned into a bloodbath. Kill or be killed. Tortoise felt so sad. He had failed as a king. He then removed his teeth and threw it away rather than eat another animal. And he then hid himself in his shell and watched the destruction they had brought upon themselves. Just then, it began to rain.